Calling you a radical, so the dead will watch this event. Noah calls it this unusual event, the decade of denial. And this is important for all. I mean, Fukushima did this. And so Durnford reported last night that in Newfoundland, way up in one of the small communities, 15 wells washed up dead. And it's be reporting in the local town. You know, it's the old way, mouth to mouth. His sister talked to her husband, so he's headed up there. But see, that's the problem. There is no fucking media. So this is important. All hands on deck, all hands on deck for our crowd, which are the ones that are taking these nuclear. The nuclear industry is collapsing because of low natural gas. That's total bullshit. If it was about economics, they would have fucking been gone fucking decades ago. Now, read my lips. Nobody promoted nuclear energy through pork, Price Anderson, free money, like Donald J. criminal fucking derelict Trump. Nobody. Nobody. He dumped out more nuclear pork than all previous presidents combined. That includes Truman. That includes fucking nuclear porky pig Obama. Trump. Remember Rick Perry going to make it sex again. So all hands on deck because, you know, we'll be lobbying soon against lobbyists. The real ones, the organic one. You know, a lot of legislators are getting ready to go in session. Now, it's difficult right now because of COVID. So we have to use what we have to communicate, YouTube camera, whatever. So give up on state by state. You need to be in there, especially in Ohio, Utah, these different places that this corruption, this SMR sham. Trump shoved this SMR sham down our throat. He shoves money to his friends by the billions. That needs to be taken away. It was all fraudulent. The SMR money to NewScale is a fraud. The head of the NRC is SMR NewScale. She is NewScale. She worked with Holy Right. She should be investigated for her ties to the NewScale sham in Utah. They're paying for it. Utah should be fucking ashamed of themselves. You know, they've already looted $280 million out of your light bill. You know, that was supposed to be for wind and solar. Nuclear energy has been stealing at NewScale. They'll never build anything, and they get away with it because of a law Price Anderson at the federal level, not at the state level, if the state decided to go after them. But Reyes, I asked our Attorney General, Sean, are you related? There's a lot of reports, people saying that you're related to Hawaii's Reyes, the Reyes connection. He denied it at the Bear River Massacre. Now, that'll be canceled this year, I'm sure. I go every year. That's this right now in January. He denied it. And then I asked him, he claimed he didn't know what this SMR NewScale thing was. I asked him, he says, well, I don't even know what that is. But he made a point to come back to me and say, make it be clear, I'm not related to this guy. Okay, he's related to that dude in the Philippines. You know, another one that wasn't born and raised here. I mean, there's the problem. Operation Foxconn News freaking winding up. They've taken over the Republic. Now, at the national level, forget the Republican Party. They're over forever. So what's going to happen? Trump has got them so indoctrinated, Fox News, they're going to stay loyal to their own suicide. They have lost power they've lost power for decades now. They will never get power again because of Trump. And that's just the way it is. What will happen, they'll stay loyal, and they are staying loyal. But what will happen is what few people are left in the middle will move away from that party. They're going to move to the other side. They already are. And so they got power right now. Now, vice president, we always said, you know, quote Hoover's vice president says, this job ain't worth it, a bucket of warm piss. Well, it is now because it's 50-50 and the math lines up, and it's really more than 50-50 because the Trump tried to hang Pence, you know, the coup, the attempted coup. You have violated, Congress, you know, you got 10 of them that Trump calls around, what a joke. That aren't Trumpettes. But in the Senate, Murkowski's going to vote against everything they do anymore. She'll vote with the lefties. You're going to get Susan Collins, who already votes half the time that she's going to vote with the lefties. You're going to get Romney vote with the lefties. And you're going to get more of those types. And this has nothing to do with political opinion. It's just the facts. So we, as the counter to the lobbyists, we know where we need to go to work. I'm already working on Mitt Romney in a big way. You know, I appeal to his sense that he's older and his 25 grandchildren. I'm like, well, you love your grandkids. Yeah, I do. And I think he does. And so people can change. You know, I'm working on Mike Lee. That's a tough one there. But his dad died young, you know. I know Kamala Harris because of the death of her mother, you know, and the shutdown of Senate Offrey when Kevin Blanch kicked that domino over. So it's being reported, record amount of reactors going to shut down this year, 5. That's total bullshit. In I believe it was 12, we shut down 12. In 2013, we shut down 8. In 2014, I think we shut down 9. We're going to shut down 5. We're going to shut them all down. We've gone from 104 of the Post-Ignorance Project, take one down. Meanwhile, back on the ranch, ecology dies. Stock market makes all-time highs. So, why 1983? That's what Kevin Blanch is. I'm the 1983 Baltimore Orioles. I'm the 1983 Philadelphia 76ers. Probably the best team I think could be the best team in NBA history is the 1983 Philadelphia 76ers. Maybe one of the best baseball teams in history, the 83. That's who I am. No one knows because, yay, go team, we're Redskins fans, we're Cowboys. You're branded like politics. So the death count, I'll be back in California ASAP. And now San Diego, Monterey, I'll work up and down Point Reyes. The last healthy pod of humbug I saw was at Point Reyes. It's been a while, 6 years ago. So you're going to chalk it all up to coincidence. 2011, the Great Western Drought started, and it was a perfect numbers. You know, everything was fine till then. The salmon class going up, no, record numbers till Fukushima. Typos, no, record numbers. All this the most acute radical ecological collapse in world history. Over the past 10 years, more species, more animals, more trees, more everything has been wiped out, fucking extincted, dead than the previous several million. Read into the Bible! And that's not what the Bible says. And I'm sick of you making up Bible scriptures to fit, no. Jesus died so I wish it never said that. The Bible never said, and by the way, Jesus didn't write the Bible. It said that the ocean 1/3 would die. The ocean, 90% has died, over 90. I can prove that. And scientists are mystified, they're baffled, they're puzzled, they're stumped, they're bewildered, they're perplexed. By the way, I'm going to, homemade shirt contest. Somebody send me one, make me up one. And, we'll put your name on it, but I'll talk to Eric because we're having trouble finding a place to get our shirts made in the USA, We had a place in Henderson that was making our Fukushima stuff, and they've outsourced it now, and I don't like it. So we need homemade that just says it's the ecology, stupid. We'll get shirts and beanies. Beanies with a ball. We want a ball on top that says it's the ecology, stupid. That's what we're up to. And then we're also going to do hats and shirts. I'm going to work on this, but we need them homemade. We need them made in the USA. And they say, Trump, we'll go to once you start wearing them Trump's girl shoes, how come he didn't put tariffs on his wife's back? Oh, there's her. There it is. There's her. Oh, no, I tore her wife's coat. Where's her wife's coat? It's right there. Remember her jacket says, I don't care? Fuck, she's a phony. She needs to be locked up, too. Her and her friends made millions. That's all the Trumpers did. His daughter, his son-in-law, all of them, they just looted. 4 years of fucking nightmare. That's right when my heart fell. Right when he got in. I remember I had hope. I'm like, say it. I asked him about Fukushima. All he did was loot the country. So give up at the national level because the Senate's going to have all the power now and at the White House. And well, we know it, sliding with Biden, he's a corporatist, but the so-called left will have the power for many decades now, thanks to Trump. And these people are going to stay loyal. They're going to get on their knees. Pence proved it. I mean, you think about it. He tried to get you hung, and you're still loyal. I mean, I see Longshanks has died. I wonder if she whispered in his ear. That young wife of his whispered in his ear and says, I'm with child, and it's not yours. So in Vegas, the sands of time, Edelson, who is Longshanks, who funded all this, I mean, he's Trump's funder. People don't realize how Trump's playing it right now. Trump owes $1 billion. It's coming vested. The Deutsche Bank, that was the appointment of Kavanaugh to the bench as a gift to Kennedy, because Kennedy's son's his banker in Germany. Again, illegal, foreign entity. He's raising money. He's already raised $250 million. Where do you think that money's going to go? Trump's going to keep it, and he's going to need it. My hunch, this will be the first president that ends up in a prison cell. Because, I mean, no president in the history of the country, no president has ever committed this crime. He tried to overthrow the United States government. This was a coup. The failed Trump coup. And that's just a fact. This, I think, I don't like Obama. I don't like the left. But as us, we have to focus on where the power is. Now, we need all this pork that Trump dumped out illegal to the nuclear energy crime syndicate. Bethlehem Steel, this industry that's crashing. It needs to be reversed. I'm going to be in Kamala Harris's ear. I'm going to be in Biden's, where as close as I can get ear. I already am in Romney's ear. Mike Lee. Oh God. I'll keep trying. I ain't giving up on him. As I told him a while back. Even though I still have hope for you. I still have hope for a lot of them. And I want to say this to all the senators in Congress that were inside that house. Do you realize how close you came to being killed? And you think the Trump movement, they're just going to go away? People don't realize the presidents have, the bubble. Senators don't. Congressmen don't. We've got our highway patrol here now protecting congressmen's houses. And I mean, it's pretty pathetic what he's caused. And you're going to support it? You're going to support it? Wow. I mean, talk about Shakespeare. Fucking Shakespeare on fucking acid couldn't dream this one up. Fucking Stephen King on fucking magic mushrooms couldn't fucking dream up this. Joseph Smith with L. Ron Hubbard smoking fucking peyote couldn't dream this one up. I mean, it just fits my thesis, degenerate America. Stock market crashes. Nope. The stock market makes all-time highs. Ecology crash. Nobody talks about the environment. So we get a new start on the 20th. This industry, we're not going to be happy until the nuclear industry is dead. And I mean dead. And they need to pay. They need to all pay. And by the way, I've seen some of the bootleg videos from inside. I think once a lot of these Republicans who went along this and their voting base sees what you haven't seen yet, whoa, they were going to kill him. They really were going to hang him. I mean, and they tried. And, Trump loves him. Trump makes a fucking statement now. He made that statement after the impeachment. That's all written by an attorney. They know. I'll wager right now, Trump's going to go to prison. I think a lot of his circle is going to go to fucking prison, which is unbelievable to even think that is even possible. But, I mean, you got a cop murdered, and you can say, oh no, that was all second degree. No, that's premeditated. By the guy who did it? No, by Trump. And it's ridiculous. I mean, I'm all for the radical hard torn, and I will testify in court. I'm more than happy to testify. Which hand do I put on the Bible, New Testament or Old Testament? For I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I fear no evil. So, I was given 2 months to live. 9 years ago. My path hasn't proved how you fucking beat this. Fight back against the fuckers that tried to kill you. Oh, Pence and the Rents, they don't do that. Very dangerous, slippery fucking slope. You know, it's Rome. As Rome burns, maybe I'll just fiddle. So, waiting for the main event. Fukushima was the main event. It's been a decade of denial. Sickening. Obama? Oh, yeah, he needs to go to prison too. Cover up Fukushima. Disgusting. All of them. Everybody that's participated in this. So, a lot of, I think, Trump's lieutenants, you know, pardon me, ain't gonna work. Pardon me. I just spilled the plutonium fucking Fuktonium tea. Pardon me, I spilled it into the sea. Pacific Ocean dies. Stock market makes all time. The very poorest support the very richest. It's sad, is what it is. So we need to focus, well, then we will, on this plug. We need to change at the head of the NRC, which I think that'll happen. And we need an investigation onto the New Scale sham. Here's the Utah taxpayers been had. They'll never build it. They don't have it. They've had 3 in history. They've blown up. I talked to John Huntsman. I know Cox. I like him. He has an R in front of his name, by the way. I like him a lot. And I've been prepping him, getting him going on. He didn't know what New Scale was. This is just a few months ago. He had no clue. You know, it's the SMR sham. He had no idea. He knows now. And I'm like, they'll never have it. I talked to Huntsman. I says, you know that a SMR blew up on the White Sea, killed the 8 lead scientists last year. Yeah, I collected the data. And if you don't think he still wields power in the state of Utah, even though he's not a politician, you know nothing. So, and he's big time anti-nuclear, and he's living in Utah. And again, like Romney, I think he loves his grandchildren. These people change as they get older. You know, and so we'll see. The Mormon Church should fucking be incredibly ashamed of themselves, what they've done. This is coming right out of the fucking president of the Mormon Church. I'm talking to his people too. He says, no more Mormon, get rid of it. You know, Jesus, but worship the golden calves, all they've fucking done, and support the fucking false prophets. So, all hands on deck. Stay on this. The well count's on. Durnford's headed up there. Now, everybody start getting on watch in Mexico and California. I'm probably going to fly to San Diego the next couple of days, and then I'm going to head to Mexico. And so, and see what kind of reports I can get at the, you know, lagoon there. I mean, at least the Mexicans protect that. So, of course, we know what they do to activists there. The butterfly activist, Gomez, they killed him, and they killed them both, threw him down in the well. And it's the Chinese, again, foreign entities. So, the really nasty foreign entity is the English. The London Liz, Fox News is run right out of the House of Windsor. CNN, all CBS for that matter. Look at their board of directors. Make it against the law for foreign-born entities to run major news networks. I mean, Fox News has been up this for years. Mission accomplished. Make it against the law. Illegal. The only way you can run a fucking news agency, you have to be born and raised here in the USA. And that, you know, that's Hamilton's words. Stan Tunin, Kevin Blanche, the 1983 Philadelphia 76ers. Who's the best player on that team? Dr. J, Mose Malone? Oh, you'll never know. Andrew Toney? Yep. How about the Orioles 83? Who? Eddie Murray, Cal Ripken? Mike Boddicker. Who's that? Stan Tunin.